This is Killer Kyle to Wheels of Fury. Kyle, and welcome to SummerSlam Wheels of Fury.
Aye.
It's the first time we've done this outside.
In a while.
In a while, yeah. And of course, testing my height phobia, so that's nice.
Yeah.
I just started watching Raw, and Anarchy, that's all I can say.
Yeah, Raw last night was pretty interesting. They have this new idea.
Yeah.
It's called Thunderdome.
Oh, I think I saw that.
It's basically a virtual fan experience where you can go on to probably a website of some kind or whatever, and then watch SummerSlam, Payback probably, SmackDown, maybe Raw as well, virtually essentially.
Well, that sounds like fun.
I'm sure there will be more details provided on, like, maybe WWE.com or something like that, but yeah, Thunderdome, the new, latest thing from WWE.
That's a pretty sick video. So we're gonna begin this with the tag team match. We've got the Street Profits versus Andrade and Hector Garza, aka Angel Garza.
Yeah.
This has been an interesting storyline.
Yes.
Now, I saw a little preview before I got to watching TV, and Zelina, in fact, well, we all knew that was going to happen. Zelina poisoned, and
Zelina was the one that was responsible for the poisoning of Montez Ford.
Yeah, so I can't wait to see that outcome.
I didn't know. It's interesting because with the whole thing involving retribution and Montez being poisoned, it's like, oh, Zelina's the one that did it, or it was Andrade, or Angel Garza trying to get out of this tag team match, or whatever. And Zelina's like, no, we wouldn't jeopardize a tag team title opportunity by poisoning one of our opponents for SummerSlam. And you kind of automatically got the thought in your head, oh, obviously it wasn't her. It had to be a member of Retribution. But then it's like, why would Retribution poison a superstar? And then watching Raw and see the video evidence,
right,
that it was her, and it's like, okay, it was her, continuing the storyline, that's all well and good.
Yeah, so, I mean, I'm gonna probably shock a lot of you. I want to see Andrade and Garza get the win, just because they are fairly new. I mean, they've been in the business for years, but in WWE, they're a good tag team. I just want to see what they could do as the champions, you know, and see how far that goes. And with Zelina, it's like, she can also do their dirty work.
No,
Sort of.
do their dirty work in more ways than one.
Exactly.
You know, as much as it would be interesting to see Garza and Andrade get the win and be tag champions, I feel more than likely that it'll be the Street Profits that will retain.
Okay.
Because with everything that has gone on, Garza getting the win over Dawkins in a singles match, and then of course the second match between Montez Ford and Andrade, and the whole thing happened with Ford, and then this week they had a rematch, Andrade and Montez. Montez got the win, so they're kind of 1-1 in that aspect.
Yeah.
So
I think you're right.
the tag title match at SummerSlam is more or less going to be the rubber match, if you will.
Yeah.
And I mean, as good as Andrade and Garza are, there really hasn't been a whole lot to solidify them as like top contenders for the tag titles.
Yeah.
So I mean, if Andrade and Garza win at SummerSlam, okay, fine. It's not going to be a big deal, but I more than likely will see the Street Profits retaining.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what, now that you say that, I see that too. The United States Championship match, we've got Apollo Crews versus MVP, the rematch from Extreme Rules.
Yes.
You know, I'm kind of getting really pissed off at excuses.
Yeah.
And I know what's going on with Retribution. It's very much anarchy, like I've said.
Yeah.
I'm a little pissed off at the fact that MVP keeps bringing up that had the lights not flickered and all that shit.
I know.
You know, he would have kept the United States Championship. I just like the fact, too, that Apollo got rid of the old United States Championship and is the other championship belt. More pretty.
The better looking, if you will, United States Championship that MVP introduced. And it was like I said, that championship is a mix of old school.
Yep.
It represents WWE as a championship,
Yeah.
but it also looks old school.
Yeah, no, I agree with that too, actually. I just wish he put the thing over his waist instead of just carrying it over his shoulder. It's not a bad thing, it's just, I don't know, looks better, presentable, maybe.
The one thing that I have noticed is not very often nowadays will you see superstars wear the championship belt, whichever one it is.
Yeah.
Now, I mean, okay, yes, you could say, with maybe the exception of Sasha Banks and Bayley, because, you know, they have the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships. They are the Women's Tag Team Champions, so obviously they're going to be wearing the Women's Tag titles around their waist, and then, you know, have the Raw and SmackDown Women's Championships on their shoulders. But for the most part, you generally don't see champions wear the title. Maybe it's just a thing where it's just easy to carry the title, or, you know, put it over your shoulder, whatever, instead of wearing it. I don't know. I mean, back in like the 80s,
Oh yeah.
you would see champions pretty much wear the title all the time.
Yeah, you know, I think Bret Hart is the one that, well, he's the first one I saw that would wear his belt over the shoulder.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, that's basically the standard championship, like, wear, I guess. I don't know. They wear it like a belt.
Yeah.
Hence the title. But anyways.
And, you know, like, if you're doing a backstage promo, let's say. Okay, you have it over your shoulder, that's fine, whatever.
Yeah.
It makes it easy to see.
Yeah.
But as far as like going out to the ring, you can easily wear it around your waist.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But I mean, it's a little nitpick, but you know.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Apollo's gonna retain.
Me too.
Cause yeah, I don't really fucking know.
I mean, it's cool to see MVP back. Nothing wrong with that. You know, he's essentially revitalized the careers of both Bobby Lashley and Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah, so
have his knowledge and his experience and his many years in the business, WWE, Japan, TNA.
But I don't, whatever else, I'm
yeah.
not sure, but
yeah, Apollo's going to retain for sure.
Now we're gonna go on to this match. It's gonna be a street fight. Seth Rollins, the Messiah, versus Dominik Mysterio.
Yes.
Fuck, am I looking forward to this.
Yeah, I know, right?
I mean, I love street fights, and the fact is, you know, Dominik is a wrestler. You know, they're making it out that he's not, but the way he handled himself, whipping the piss out of Seth Rollins.
Oh, yeah, I know.
And then vice versa.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that, too, actually. Because I have a friend whose kid, well, he's much older now, but he saw the thing where Paul Heyman was whipping the piss out of CM Punk.
Oh, yeah.
And my friend's like, I'm not going to let my kid watch wrestling, and blah, blah. It's like, really? So, I mean, whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's not ballet. Let's put it to you, you know, that way. But I think that Seth Rollins is a good heel as a leader.
Yes.
And the fact is, you know, he already beat Rey Mysterio at Extreme Rules.
Yeah.
And so, I want to see where this goes. I want to see how far they can take themselves to the limit.
Yeah.
Because you saw the welts on Dominik. And I was like, Jesus Christ. But I can't wait to see what they do.
Yeah, for sure.
So, that being said, I would say Dominik.
Yeah.
But I can see Seth have his cronies go after Dominik.
Right now, the Monday Night Messiah only has one crony in Murphy, Buddy Murphy.
Buddy Murphy's there.
Don't see Austin Theory. I don't know what the fuck happened to the Authors of Pain.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's kind of weird how they dropped off the face of the earth.
Essentially, yes.
Well, my status still stands. I'm going to say that I don't know what's going to happen. It's just going to be a good match. Like I said, I love street fights.
Yeah.
So, they're definitely going to beat the piss out of each other.
Oh, they more than likely will for sure. Considering the fact that it's Dominik's first wrestling match.
Yeah.
I mean, it would be cool for him to get the win.
Yeah.
Will he? That's a tough one.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Hard to this, but let's do it anyways.
Yeah.
So, let's start off with Asuka versus Sasha Banks.
So, here's the deal. Asuka was going to be facing Sasha Banks for the Raw Women's Championship. Okay, fine. She wants to get retribution for what happened, and the winner gets the title match that Stephanie made. Sasha against Asuka, and Bayley beating the crap out of Kairi Sane. Kairi Sane sent off, what have you. That's all fine, well and good. Then you have the tri-brand battle royal to see who would face Bayley for the SmackDown Women's Championship, and lo and behold, Asuka ends up winning. So, I could either see Asuka winning both belts and then lose the Raw Women's Championship to maybe Shayna Baszler at like Payback or some point down the road.
Yep.
Or Asuka to get the Raw Women's Championship and Bayley retain the SmackDown Women's Championship.
Yeah.
Or you could even have Sasha retain the Raw Women's Championship and then Asuka win the SmackDown Women's Championship. But then that would mean either SmackDown Women's Championship be on Raw or Asuka would switch over to SmackDown.
Yeah, I just don't get it. I think it's stupid. Very stupid. You know, I just want to understand why the company is failing, because it's shit like this. You see, you had the inaugural Battle Royal, and you could have Shayna Baszler go over. Shayna Baszler could have gone over, beat Bayley at SummerSlam. It would have been fun, but no, we have to have Asuka go over. Asuka's already going to face Sasha Banks for the championship, for the Raw Women's Championship. Why the hell do you want to see Asuka 2 belts?
Yeah.
Why? Because, oh, Kairi Sane's gone? Seriously? It's bullshit. It shouldn't happen, but it's going to happen because Vince is a stupid moron and everyone sucks, and you know, it's why?
Yeah.
You know, the company is failing, and it's very sad. Very fucking sad. I don't know what to say anymore. Like, I try to defend it. I'm watching Raw right now, and I'm seeing a lot of the stupid shit with the retribution people. Like, what's next? So, honestly, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, really.
I don't like Sasha Banks and Bayley. And the fact is, they're already tag team champions, but, you know, it's shit like this that there's no competition anymore.
Yeah, I mean, well, you do still have legitimate competitors,
Yeah.
as far as women are concerned, but, like, it doesn't really seem to be any real credible, viable contenders for the championships. Tag, Raw, or SmackDown.
No.
So, I mean,
Could have easily just had Shayna Baszler, but
yeah.
of course not.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna go on to this match. It's kind of funny. I was talking to Kyle during SmackDown, and I had said, because what happened to Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose, I said they're going to have a hair versus hair match. You said that doesn't sound good, and look what happened.
Are you fucking kidding me? What in the blue hell is the point of this? Oh, because I got my hair cut, I'm going to challenge you to a hair versus hair match. This is why a lot of storylines end up so goddamn stupid. And it's not like the storyline had a ghost chance in hell anyways. You got fucking Otis and Mandy in love with each other, which is fine, I don't care about that. Then you got Sonya Deville and Dolph Ziggler, that whole stupid bullshit. We're past that, and you get into a rivalry with Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose. Okay, fine, whatever. That's all well and good. This had a hope to hell of being at least a good rivalry, and you fucking pull off this bullshit? Like, go to hell, you stupid son of bitches. Like, come on. Because Mandy gets her hair cut by Sonya, she challenges Sonya to a hair versus hair match? Why? Come on. Get it together. It's not right. It's pointless. It's stupid. Fuck off!
So that being said, I'm gonna pick Mandy. I think that she's been shit on enough, and it's time for her to get a win over Sonya. And yeah, I'm not changing my mind.
I mean, Sonya and Mandy could have had any match in the world. Hair versus hair, really? But, okay, Sonya needs her just dues. So does Mandy.
Yep.
They're both venturing in their singles career. I'm interested in seeing how far both of them go and where both of them go. But, like...
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
You basically are going to have your very first singles career victory based on shaving somebody bald. And I mean, okay, Sonya and Mandy both need a win. Who needs a win more than the other? It's a toss-up there. It's 50-50. But, like...
I've never seen myself a women's hair versus hair match, and they're very popular in Mexico. There was a few in WCW. I would like to see how this is going to turn out. I don't know, but I myself am kind of fascinated by it. So yeah, like I said, Mandy Rose.
Yeah, I'll take Mandy as well. But
now we're on to the Universal Championship match.
The Monster Braun Strowman and the Fiend Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. Now since Extreme Rules, you had Braun Strowman go into the lake. He's been missing for a while. He appeared on the Titantron a couple weeks ago in a close-up, and at that, he was wearing shoulder pads. I don't know why. Thought that would have been cool. And he shows up last week, got a bald head.
Yes. Yeah. He did have, like, the mohawk, and then, like, a long hair at the back, and he had it in a ponytail. The sides were shaved.
Yeah.
And then for this new monster, he's like, oh, I'll cut my hair and shave it bald. It's like, okay, what's with people that have a new character? The first thing they think of to do is change their hair.
Yeah.
Whether it be, you know, cut it, or if you're in the case of Sasha Banks, dye it, or, you know, whatever else.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, Braun Strowman unleashing the monster within. It's like, okay, that's cool. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it happens. Will it be a physical match? I'm sure it will. I mean, hell, they did a damn good job of beating each other up in the swamp fight, even though it wasn't the Fiend. It was just old school Bray Wyatt, if you want to call it that. One thing I did see, though, is the end of SmackDown, you had Braun Strowman come out, and he's talking about how he wants to kick Bray Wyatt's ass. I'm the thing you fear the most, come out and face your fears, blah, 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 blah. Alexa Bliss comes out.
By the way, happy birthday.
And she's trying to get answers from him as to why he said what he said about, you know, not giving a shit about Alexa. All he cares about is getting revenge, and so on and so forth. Like, we were friends, we were best friends, we did all this together, we were a tag team, you know, we're close friends, all this other stuff. And Braun's like, you used me, I was just a pawn in your little game, you were the puppeteer and I was your puppet, and all this other stuff. And we were never friends, and I don't care about you, and blah, 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 blah. And he's like, leave my ring. And she's like, alright, if I can't talk some sense into you, I'll slap some sense into you. And Alexa just slapping the shit out of Strowman, and she wasn't holding back either. And looking at it, I wasn't sure if she would be able to reach up to his face, because he's like 5 foot, he's 6'8".
Yeah.
He's a full foot plus taller than her, but she was able to connect with him and make pretty good contact. And then, of course, we both went to bed. We didn't see the full conclusion to the match.
I did. And I just like to say this. Did Alexa piss in someone's cornflakes?
Yeah.
Because one week she's fucking got the claw from Bray, the next week she's lifted up by Braun and tossed into... I don't even think there was a crowd there.
Yeah.
By the way, I would love to unleash my monster on her. But that's beside the point.
Down, boy, down.
You've been waiting for this. But the fact of the matter is why?
Yeah.
You know, like, seriously. You don't put your superstar in that danger, especially somebody like that.
I mean, somebody that's 100 pounds soaking wet, 110 pounds soaking wet.
I mean, she's a trooper for doing all
Oh,
that.
yeah, she's got big balls, so to speak.
So, I'm glad for that, but still.
She'd be willing to be hoisted way above Braun Strowman's head and then just dropped.
So, I mean, this is going to be a good match, good house fight.
Yeah.
I don't know how different Braun Strowman's going to be from the old Braun Strowman.
Yeah, I mean, you go from the monster among men to just the monster. Who knows how it'll work out.
So Bray got the upper hand at Extreme Rules, so I think it would be fitting for the monster Braun Strowman to take out Bray and retain the title. I mean, we've already seen Bray Wyatt as the WWE and the Universal Champion, so...
Yeah, I mean, we've already had The Fiend as Universal Champion once. I don't really think we need to see him as Universal Champion again. And so, keep the title on Strowman and see what you can do with him after this.
Yeah, pretty much. So now we have our last match. We've got the WWE title on the line.
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre, the Scottish psychopath, versus the Legend Killer, Randy Orton.
Yeah.
And as much as I'm not a fan of Ric Flair and Shawn Michaels, I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, having a 71-year-old man take a boot to the head.
Well, allegedly, because we know the lights went out. There's no way they're going to actually allow that to happen.
Well, no.
No, but I see what you're saying.
Have that happen
Yeah.
to Ric Flair, and then, you know, Shawn Michaels, that whole thing go down, and it's like, okay, Shawn, it was one of those things where previous people that have been punted by Orton, they're down and out. Michaels, yeah, he took the kick, but he more or less kind of got away unscathed.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he was feeling it, but he wasn't, like, completely unconscious by it. And, I mean, the lead up to this match has been absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
The back and forth between Drew and Randy has been amazing. The things they've said to each other have been, like, top-notch. Scripted or otherwise, you know, very, very good stuff. The thing is, though, I honestly don't see Randy winning the title.
No, there's no way.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's 40 years old. He's already done it. That's not to say, like, again, I always go to the age thing, but the fact is that Drew is one of those champions that should keep the title for a little bit longer.
Yeah.
I know he won it at WrestleMania. It is SummerSlam now.
Yeah.
But if Randy wins, then what?
Yeah.
You know, you get a rematch with Drew, but then what?
Yeah.
So, I don't fucking know, man.
And, like, you pull the age card. And it's not like Randy can't do it. He for sure can.
No.
It's just a matter of, like Matt said, Randy wins the title, then what? Who does he feud with next? Does he get a rematch against Drew? Who do you go to after Randy?
Right.
What? When and if Edge returns to wrestle again, have them fight for the title? Although I don't really know if Edge will wrestle anymore if he's going to be the head, one of the writers or whatever for Raw or for the show.
Well, there's that rumor. There's also the thing where he said he's returning to the Rated R Superstar.
Yeah.
Thanks to Randy Orton at WrestleMania.
No.
And
No, that was Backlash.
yeah. So I think that it will be interesting to see what happens. I think they also wanted to see Edge get the title back. You know, he did a comeback. He broke his whatever it was at the greatest wrestling match.
His tricep.
The tricep. So I think Randy and Edge should have a match for the title. If that, let's say that does happen, I want to see Edge and Randy Orton for the WWE title.
Yeah.
If it's going to be Drew and Edge, that's fine too.
Yeah.
But I think it would make more sense. Now, if that doesn't happen, then I don't know what else to say.
Yeah. I mean, okay, yeah, you have, let's say, Randy win the title from Drew at SummerSlam. Then Edge comes back as the Rated R Superstar. They have one more match to say for the WWE title. Edge ends up winning. Could you see a more fitting end to the Cinderella story, if you will? You know, Edge returns after 9 years, triple neck fusion surgery. He has a couple matches against Orton. And, you know, WrestleMania, Backlash. He tears his tricep. He's out for a little while and recovering and rehabilitation and so on and so forth. Comes back again and then becomes champion. You know, whether or not Edge would want to become champion again, I'm sure he would. But I mean, to have the saga of like Edge's return have that fading end.
Yeah.
Now that's not to say.
Oh.
And then after he wins the WWE Championship and then at some point loses it, that's it. He's done. I'm just saying, as far as like from Royal Rumble until say he wins the WWE Championship. No.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
The Cinderella story would be complete.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, let's have Edge have one last run.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna say Drew McIntyre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could easily see Randy taking a trip to Claymore Country.
So anyways, this has been another Wheels of Fury episode. Finally, we get to do a review outside.
Yeah.
I talked about this, well, hell, it was since 18. Do a review outside. It didn't work out, so I'm happy that it did work out this time.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking happy my camera got into, you know, it working properly.
Yeah. And the editing process, it'll be, you know, taking out mistakes and, you know, doing like a blooper thing, but also like piecing it all together as well. But yeah, it worked out pretty well. The weather held out pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm sure maybe when we get inside it might piss rain, who knows.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So, we will be doing on Friday, as we usually do, we're going to be doing NXT 30.
NXT TakeOver 30.
So, anyways, for me and Matt, this is Killer Kyle. We will see you next time.
Bye.